We've seen terrible attacks on civilians a very long way away from the front line. Vinnytsia last week, Kremenchuk, the shopping centre where a lot of people were killed, and these were cruise missile attacks. Is there an element of psychological warfare in that? Those are civilian targets that are being hit.
Yes, I think it's definitely psychological. These are not military targets. These are acts of terrorism. These are random events where President Putin is endorsing the taking out of civilians and creating civilian casualties. There will be war crime investigations, but what it reflects is how Russia is struggling, how Russia is not fighting a conventional war, how Russia is having to try to impose this psychological pressure.
But could Russia win this war just by drawing this out, by grinding the Ukrainians down with tactics like that and their efforts in the east?
Russia has already lost this war in terms of its original objectives. Its objectives were to take the whole of Ukraine, to embrace that and put it under Russia. That didn't happen, and it's never going to happen.
When I spoke to you months ago at the start of the year, well, just shortly after this war, this invasion began, you talked about the morale amongst Russian soldiers. How much more do you know through intelligence about the state of Russian morale? Are the troops still demoralised, or do they feel that they are winning something?
So there are some Russian troops that are clearly effective, and they are taking ground and they're being successful. But the overall force is struggling. They're struggling in terms of their numbers, but they're especially struggling in terms of their morale. And you're seeing that with the inability of President Putin to match the people to the equipment that he has. Russia's just done a mobilisation of effectively trying to call out reservists. It's achieved 30% of the numbers that it would normally achieve. And more they're having to go to the more rural areas of Russia because people are avoiding the call-up in the cities.